Hello, everybody. I just wanted to come on here and say hi. How you doing to everybody? Today, I don't know what's going on in our world. I understand fully what's going on and what needs to be happening, but I also understand that we have forgot that before we had all this stuff, we made a different life for ourselves. We knew how to survive before we had all the resources we have. But right now, the shoe is on the foot. We are standing in the need of help, and there are people who are laughing at millions of us because we went to the store and decided we wanted to use our link today, and we couldn't do that. And I don't find that funny because those very same people that's working, they could be in our shoes any day, any time. As they say, the Lord giveth and he can take away. And it's hard for millions of us to understand why all this is happening to us today. You know, all these other days we've been able to go to the store and use our benefits, but we're going to be okay. And we got to not act irrational in the time that we need to be acting rational. We need to think. We are mothers, we are fathers, and I know people think just because you get benefits from public aid, you a lazy person. A lot of us worked a long time in our lives and are now unemployed or laid off and have to depend on that because they worked for years to, supplement their income, to put food on the table. And myself, I'm looking for a job each and every day, and it is hard out here when you have limited work experience and people don't want to give you a chance. And after they've given one employer gives you a chance, you may never get a chance again. So, it's hard for people like me to keep the faith and to keep believing and trusting in God when all else looks bad. We're looking at our situation. We're not looking at the fact that we have somebody to support, and we can't wallow in the fact that we have somebody to support each and every day. Excuse me. We have someone we have to support, whether you have one child, two children, or more. And a lot of people I see on my Facebook page that a lot of people want to not go to the public aid work site that you have to work at for your TANF because of this. I don't think so. At the end of the day, they're going to still want me to make up them hours because I'm on their clock. Now, when I find something, I have to work that job until I find something. But in the meantime, on my own personal time, I have to get out there and be looking for work. And that's a hard thing. You've been somewhere for 5 hours a day. Between getting up, you done got up. Myself, I wake up at 4:45 every morning. I have to go there, except for like Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. And it's hard to leave your child home. People that don't have kids, they don't understand what you're going through. They don't know what it's like to have to be forced to a work site for 5 hours a day. And for some people, it's from 8 o'clock to 4:30. They're doing the hours of a regular job. And it's like, why can't our case managers help us to find jobs or to do something? Because I know they see millions of us coming. Many of these case managers are steadily interviewing people for cash assistance every day. Millions of them can't keep track of the people that's already on the program, how long they've been on it, when they need to get off. They don't understand all that. But, I don't understand it. But like I said, I put my hands and my faith and trust in the man above. God said he'll never leave us nor forsake us, and he said that he won't put no more on us than we can bear. Right now, it's hard. We don't understand why we can't do the simple things that we want to do. We just want to take care of our children and our families. Now, for those of you who think that I'm a lazy person, I think you need to reevaluate your life because I'm not lazy at all. I'm willing to work. I have just not been given the right opportunity. I am a single black mother at that. And single mothers, whether you are black or white, I don't care what your race or which race is, you are having a hard time, especially when you don't have a car and you got to depend on the bus, and the bus is not running the hours that you need it to run in order for you to get to work. And then when you work in areas where the bus don't run, carpooling may be an option for you, may not be an option due to your finances. You might spend half your paycheck trying to get back and forth to work. you could probably spend $20 every week trying to get back and forth to work. And, whoever's driving, their car ain't going to run off no cooking oil. You can't take no cooking oil out there and say, here, put this in your tank. That'll solve it. Unless you got a gas tank full of real gas or E85 or ethanol, then you can't, they ain't going to be able to take you nowhere. And a lot of people looked at me and said, why are you doing what you're doing? And I tell you, a lot of things, we do what we have to do because we got to take care of our kids. I didn't like spending as much money as I did to have to relocate myself to another house. I don't think I should have had to pay people to move me, especially people that's helping. You already said you was going to help. Why are you making me turn around and pay you out of my own pocket? But I went on and did it this time. But as I say, next time I won't be moving no more. I'm here to stay. Where I'm at now, I'm here to stay for life. Because moving with a child is hard. You got to find somebody to babysit him. You got a whole different battle. But as single parents, I don't care if you are the mother of all the kids, or you the father, or you a single parent by choice, or you pushed the baby's daddy out of his life or his or her life. Stay strong and stay encouraged, and put your hands in the hand of God, that he will show you what to do. And once he show you, you take those steps and you act upon it. You can't if you don't act upon it, you don't have nothing. The Bible talks about we have nothing, we have not because we ask not. Every pastor in America will tell you exactly that the Bible has given us instructions and that we won't use them. And forgive me for, telling you that, and I'm not doing it either. I have to set an example for my child as well as the next person. It is very hard to set an example for kids when you live in a society where people make you want to hurt them. People make you want to talk to them crazy. And you find yourself disrespecting people and cussing them out because that's the way they talk to you. And you didn't come at them like that. So now you got to live your life totally different. It's hard to be a single parent in any state and in any likeness. We are living in the last and evil days of this world. So we have to make decisions that'll be healthy for our families. And I usually use this avenue as a way to sing and to demonstrate my talents, because God said your gift will make room for you. But also, I have been told by many pastors, ministers, elders, prophets, whatever you want to call yourself, that you can't sell yourself short, and you can't settle for less. You can't think, because I ain't getting the man, I'm going to settle for this man that ain't as good as he could be. Well, let me tell you something. You can be ugly in looks and have the most beautifulest person. You can have the most beautiful personality ever. Or you can be cute and have an ugly personality. You can be cute and crazy in the head, or you can be ugly. And you can be ugly, but you can be ugly to someone, and then someone else you might not be ugly to. It just depends on the person. Anybody that's my age group may or may not be able to look past those looks. There are other age groups that they don't care what you look like. They're looking at your heart. They ain't looking at the fact that you got jacked up teeth, your nose, you got deviated septum, you got crooked glasses, whatever the situation is with you. They ain't looking at that. But we all have to understand, God made us in his own image and likeness. And, those of us who are waiting for Mr. Right, keep on waiting. The Lord will send you Mr. Right in due time, but he wants you to understand that you got to get yourself together, and you have to get yourself together in him. And that's what I'm trying to do. A lot of people look at me and say, why you don't go out to the club and you don't do certain things? Well, you know what? All that partying and fast lane stuff, it ain't going to work. It's going to die down. These kids, these young ladies that's like 20, going to be 21 years old, you ain't seen nothing. Wait till you get a little older and you start to wake up and realize that it's going to the club every night and being stone drunk and coming home and barely can walk up the steps to your door and open up your front door and get in the house. Is that really worth it for you? or is having a job, knowing that your kids have clothes on their back and food to eat and shoes on their feet, is that worth it to you? You have to know what is worth it and what's not. Because if you spend all your time wasted on the things that's not worth it, you're going to be in trouble. You have to understand that God gives us smarts. He gives us a brain. He gives us 5 senses. If you can't use the 5 senses to the best of your knowledge, then basically you are telling him that you don't care to have him and that you have failed him as a person. But let me tell you something. You ain't failed him. You ain't never done nothing that is too hard for God to fix you or to show you the way. Right now, we have to remain prayerful. We don't know what's going to happen from day to day. And I always say we got to remember that we have to stay prayerful and steadfast and be in Christ always. It's hard for me because I work up in an environment where I have a supervisor who yells. I'm not understanding why you got to yell at me to talk to me. I don't understand that. I don't respond to that. Especially if I don't talk to you like that. If I got a concern, I come to you and talk to you. If I got a question, I know how to ask it to you. You know, I'm learning. Being in a work environment, I'm learning how to talk to people. I mean, you have to know who you can get away with talking smart talk to and disrespecting, and who you can't. Now, I will admit, I haven't been to the military, so I don't know what that discipline is like. I can't respond to you and say, sir, yes, sir. I don't know nothing about that. But I can do as I'm told to do, or if there's something I see that's wrong, let me ask, can I fix it when it comes to a situation? Now, I can't jump in anybody else's situations, but I can do about myself. I can't fix someone who comes to somewhere and they don't want to do right. You don't want to do right, there's the door, there you go, bye-bye. But you messing it up for yourself in the end. Yes, we all know all of us work jobs where we got boring times. We got times where we done all the work and now ain't nothing else to do but sit around and look crazy. Well, looking crazy, you got to stay busy because there's always something that needs to be done, needs to be taken care of. And remember, never judge somebody because they working at a TANF work site. Never look at them and say they lazy, because you don't know what that person was going through. They might have been looking for a job and just didn't meet the qualifications. They trying to get that work experience. They trying to build that. Never come somewhere and say, you lazy. And if you hadn't had no babies, then you wouldn't be here. Well, guess what? There's a lot of people that don't got babies and they working for their food stamps. Working for their food stamps through TANF. I mean, not TANF, through township. You don't know what a person's situation is. And a lot of y'all that got jobs, be thankful you got something. Because there's many people out here that wish they could work. And y'all that's calling in and saying you don't want to be at work, y'all need to stop all that. Because you know what? If it came down to it, and you had a choice between having that job or not, which one you gonna choose? I wouldn't be calling in unless I'm really sick. If it's a situation I just don't feel like, well, you better get some energy and start getting up and doing, because you gonna be a sad person when it comes down to the fact your parents will cut you off. Get to 24 years of life and your parents cut you off financially. I want to see how you gonna make it. What you gonna do? What you know how to do? How you gonna get money? How you gonna support yourself when your mama and daddy just stop doing everything for you? Just stop. Just cut you off. Point blank. You need to know how to support yourself. We living in a cruel world, and you can't go to just anybody and everybody and say they're gonna give you money, because in this society, if I'm giving you, I want something in return. Now, me personally, I can give to a person and don't want them. I might want my money back. I want you to pay me back, but I don't want you to be doing nothing crazy. You know, I don't understand how people can do the most dumbest things for some money. I mean, yeah, you need to feed your kids and you gonna go out here and sell your body and yourself for that? No, you need to think about that. If your kids need to eat that bad, then you need to find another resource for that. You need to find another resource completely, because you can't do that. Now, if I see somebody and they need a ride home, that I know them and we catching the bus, I will give you my last bus pass because I want to see you get home, or I'll pay your way, whatever I need to do, because I want to see you get home. And as far as I'm concerned, I want to see you to be living and taken care of. I don't want to see you out here in the cold. It's cold out here, and many people don't have coats and jackets, and we got Operation Sleigh Bell, of course. People just need to donate to that. Ask the man what you need to do, and if you need help through them, and you're in my shoes, you need help from them, pick up a flyer. If you see it anywhere, pick up a flyer, take it home. Observe the dates. Make sure you keep calling till you get through the line and tell the people, hey, I need help. I need this. I got a child this age, or I don't know if they're taking the grown adults or what they're doing, but this is my situation. What do I need to bring to you all to prove, hey, this is what I get. This is why I'm not making it. Whatever you got to do. But just remember, ladies, don't be out here trying to sell yourself short. Don't be sitting up here using a man for his money. Don't sit up here and be doing nothing sexual to feed your children, because that ain't happening. At the end of the day, when you get up from that bed, if you lie down with dogs, you're going to get up with fleas. So remember, do your research on these STDs before you be with anybody. Make sure you get tested for everything. Do not sit up here and let yourself get infected with blue waffles or black gonorrhea or whatever we want to call it. Don't let yourself get infected with that stuff. You get infected with that, you are liable to not be able to get it cured. You're going to have issues. And you got to be around for your kids if you got young children. Now, if you don't have any children at all, please, and I mean please, do not do sex before marriage. If you are single, you need to just be praying that God send you a man that is not after you for your money or anything you got or anything you ever will have. You need to let him know, look, I don't want nobody that's using me. Please don't send nobody that's using me. If they're going to use me, send them to the door, because usatoriness is a bad thing. People will continue to use you, and they'll say they love you and they don't. And people that say that they're in your corner and they're not, be careful. So I love everybody. Thank y'all for listening. Be careful, take care, stay safe, and keep your health up. Bye-bye.